KoBaC 8.
Hey guys, I'm Rich with shop.exordiumtoys.com, bringing you another Halo Reach Series 2 action figure review. There we go, I could say it right that time. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Skirmisher Miner, which is awesome because we have not had a Skirmisher or Jackal yet in the Halo Reach action figure line. And now to have a Skirmisher is pretty darn cool. Now, the first thing I noticed is this figure looks really big in the box. I didn't expect him to be that big. But we just flipped the box over. You can see the different figures in Series 2. Some really awesome figures in this series. And, we probably did a good job. 22 moving parts, it says. Oh, so that's not the standard. So I guess, hopefully, it will still work the way I want it to. Otherwise, I will be a sad strawberry. Or blueberry. I don't know. I like raspberries. I think I'll be a raspberry. Okay, now that we have the figure out of the box, you might be wondering... Rich, why is the Skirmisher using his needle rifle as a walking cane? Well, good sir or madam who's watching this video who happened to ask that question that was in my mind just now as I was recording this, that's because I am apparently slightly challenged today mentally and am not able to get him to hold his gun or, get him to stand right. Apparently, when they were assembling the figure, which is great, I love this, they put the joint in, here, the ankle joint, that's right here, that makes his foot, supposed to go up and down like this one, is sideways. So, I have to kind of get this the right way, and that's not going very, there we go, I did it, awesome. Okay, so now that we got that done, I'll try to get him to stand. I'm having deja vu from back when I was trying to do with the Jackal from Halo 3, that this is just not standing right. Come on. Alright, see, this is a problem. And I'm sure that with time you're able to figure out how to get these guys to stand easier. And maybe, you know what, maybe you're such a awesome toy handler that the moment you picked him up out of the box, you're just like, boom, he stands. Maybe. Maybe you use magic. Maybe you're a liar. I don't know. Oh, I got him to stand. Awesome. Okay, we're going to finish a review like this. He comes with a plasma grenade here, which he does not have any butt pegs, so this does not stick onto him. The needle rifle. Oh, why? The needle rifle here has a weapon peg, but he does not have any weapon peg holes on him, so he can't actually use that. Now, this is the first figure to come with the needle rifle. Awesome. Awesome, right here, just all kinds of awesome. I'm not sure why the purple and olive CQC, purple elite miner, and the olive has CQC. Wow, I'm just sucking right now. Did not come with this gun because everybody had known that the elite was supposed to come with a needle rifle, but they decided, hey, whatever, we'll change that, give him a plasma rifle. Yeah, awesome. But the needle rifle here, it's a pretty good paint job. I like it. Just like the concussion rifle, they've done something different with the plastic, and it's very bendy. I don't know how that's going to be good or bad in the future, but I kind of like it because back in Halo 3, some of the guns broke because they were just made out of such hard plastic that you would try to get it into a figure's hands and you like break it, and then like, no! And they didn't sell like guns by themselves back then. They still don't do it very often now, but they don't do it for Halo Reach. So that was a problem. If you break a gun, I mean, that's a serious offense, Now, the Skirmisher here, nobody's had a Skirmisher or a Jackal. Wow, what is up with that face? Let me fix this camera and show you. I don't know what's up with that face right there. It's like, it's seriously bad hair day. I've never noticed them having their hair stick out that far. It's like, look at my hair. I like the paint job of this figure, and I like the sculpting, the detail they've done into it. Being the first Skirmisher or Jackal, it's not a Jackal, it's a Skirmisher, it's a difference, from Halo Reach, is really cool. It's a very good figure. I really like it. It's awesome looking. As far as aesthetically looking at it and just like, hey, what are you doing? It's like really good looking. Not like I want to date it good looking because, I wouldn't want to have babies with a bird person. Not that bird people are bad but, I just don't, just wouldn't, no. I like to eat eggs, and they make eggs, so I don't think we could ever, get along in that regard. Okay, moving on. The biggest problem that I've seen so far with this figure is definitely the feet. Not wanting to stand very easily. And I liked it when the figures stand. Just saying. Maybe I'm the only collector out there who's like, hey, you know what? I like it when my figures stand. For whatever reason. I don't want them just laying on the ground everywhere I go. Yeah, maybe that's just me. I don't know. Now, I brought the Jackal here. This is the Jackal Major back from Halo 3. And to see a scale difference, I mean, the Skirmisher is huge. And he looks like he's trying to eat the brain of the Jackal. Especially if I lift his head up. I was like, oh, yeah, brains. So they are very similar in leg design. Very similar. Except that this Skirmisher also has a rotation here at the hip. So I like that he has that kind of midway hip moving around thing. But now to show you the articulation of this figure. Alright, so the head can rotate 360, although I'd be kind of careful because you don't want to bump the feathers and then with time they'll break. He can also look up and down, and he can look really far up. I mean, there's a clear distinction between looking up and down. They did a good job with this, with the range of the head motion. The shoulders can rotate 360. They go out about that far. The shield, this little armor here is bendable, so you might be able to get it a little bit more than that. Coming in with the arm, rotates at the bicep 360, elbow has articulation, rotates at the forearm 360. The hands can go up and down, and they can also rotate 360. So there's a lot of articulation in this guy. There is some waist articulation. Hip rotates. You got it to go. It looks like it's a ball joint. Yeah, it's a ball joint in there. So you can get quite a bit of articulation range out of that. Rotates, like I said, midway at the hip. You have knee articulation, a bit of that, and you also have foot articulation. It can rotate 360, kind of, and it can go up and down. So there is a lot of articulation that you can do with this figure. Now, another problem that I've noticed with this figure, you're like, oh, Rich, how many problems can there be? Well, there's at least two. Is with the needle rifle. Trying to figure out how to get him to hold this gun. Say we give him into his right hand, because, you know, most creatures are right-handed in the game. So we give it to his right hand, right? And he's like, I'm going to smack you with this, son. So if we take this and we try to get him to hold it, kind of like in the game, it's not going to happen. Because this is the area where you would hold the gun if you had hands that opened. So if we try to finagle this, that's the word of the day, try to slide his hand down. Come on. Slide it, slide it. Oh, I'm scratching the gun up. Awesome. No, I'm not. Slide it down like that. And then we could try to rotate his head a bit to get him to kind of look like he's trying to aim down the gun. It's going to look something kind of like that. That's how I've gotten it so far. Now, a couple weeks from now, when I play around with this a bit more, you know, for stop motions and stuff, it might look great. You know, I'll be able to get it where he's like aiming down the scope, but it's not something you can just up and do by yourself really easily. Because the scope is actually right here. That's where this green part is. So I'm trying to... Stop it, crows! Stop cawing! Doing a review of this bird beast. Anyway, you can kind of get him to look down it. So that is slightly a problem. But the needle rifle, awesome gun. You'll be able to hold it with, you know, different figures and stuff. So, it's still a cool gun. I don't know why I threw that. One last thing that I don't really like is with the mouth. I don't like it when I get a figure and their mouth is open like this. Unless it's like Tartarus from Series 7 of Halo 3, and the mouth can open and close. That would be like the coolest thing ever. But I don't really like it like this, you know, because you get a figure and it's just stuck with its mouth open. So no matter what you're doing, no matter how you're posing it or whatever, he's always like cawing at you. He's like, rah, rah. I would just prefer it if it was closed. If you can't have it open and closed, pick closed. That way everything seems kind of standard. Because for other people like myself who make stop motions, I mean, no matter what this Skirmisher is doing, it's like he's trying to like eat something or breathing really heavily. So that's just a personal preference. Overall, I'm going to give this figure... My first inclination is give him a 3.5 out of 5. While I'm really excited about the figure, he does have some serious problems with the feet and the fact that he can't aim his gun very well. Those are big problems for me, personally. I mean, I cannot stand when a figure cannot stand. I know that sounds ridiculous, but it just really bothers me because McFarlane usually designs figures for collectors, and unless you're one of those collectors who likes to keep everything sealed in a box so it'll stand easily, or you can hang it from the wall, you're probably going to want the figure to be able to stand in some type of epic pose because you're probably displaying him somewhere. Or if you're doing a stop motion, you definitely want the figure to be able to stand up when he's out of the box, because how else are you going to do the stop motion? So I would say he stands even worse than the elites. And that's pretty bad. So did McFarlane fix the problems back from the Jackal? I'd say they have made some improvements. They've made some, but they have not totally fixed it to where it can stand very easily. I'm sorry. And if McFarlane's watching, I can't tell my viewers that it's the greatest figure since sliced cheese, just because it's not. So I'm going to give it a 3.5 out of 5. I want to give it a 5 out of 5. I like the way it looks. I really like it. I do like it. And I would normally give it a 5 out of 5. But, I mean, it can't even hold its gun properly. That's another problem. So, 3.5 out of 5. So, I will say, though, buy it if you find it. I will tell you that. Just because I give a figure a not-so-great rating, or if I give it a really great rating or a really low rating, that doesn't always mean that I don't think the figure should be bought. That's just trying to... Because some people only have enough money for like 1 or 2 figures for months. That's all they have. So I have to give these ratings as true and as honest as possible, because this may not be the figure. If you can only get one from all of Halo Reach Series 2, do not get this guy. Unless you really love the Skirmishers. Get one of the Spartans, like Cat or Carter. Don't get this one. But if you're a collector like me and who wants to buy them all, and when you want to do stop motion or something, or just because you really like the Skirmishers and you can buy several from this series, buy it. Pick it up. It is awesome. And it comes with a needle rifle, and we haven't had the needle rifle yet, so that's awesome. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. And I'm not trying to bash the figure. I'm just being honest. You know, that's what I'm trying to build this channel on, and what I've tried in the past is just being honest about the stuff. So anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this, and I'll talk to you guys again later.
Rawr, I'm a dinosaur.